All right, so now in this demo, we're going to be putting in a lead through the lead capture system that we showed in previous videos, but we're going to be taking it further. And we're going to be looking at getting these leads that are qualified, and after we qualify them, getting them into the sales pipeline. So we're going to start from the beginning, and we're going to go put in a lead here. We're going to put in Jesse Jackson and put in a phone number here. .com. But if this is actually a real email address. Okay, now we go to our qualification stage. So we put in our street where we'd like to get the quote where our place is. A major seat for right now. This stuff's not required for right now. So here's where they put in the qualification kind of stuff we want to learn. What's the stuff about the job, when they'd like the job to start, and what's their appropriate budget. And so for this is just a template. So with each qualification page that people fill out, really we can customize what is the qualifiers for low, medium, and high for how we want to segment the type of buyers that we want to focus most of our energy to, and ones to focus less of our energy to. So for this budget, for this example, what we're looking at is just really at the financial area. So if it's under $500, it's going to reroute to a different stage. And we're going to go just put in a test. So what we have is that for any jobs that are $500 or less, we're going to put them into our sales pipeline, but they're going to be a little bit different. So now that we went to the thank you page here, we're going to see that, like in our previous video, this is our lead qualification campaign. So what we'll notice is that hit the refresh here, last 24 hours, that we just completed this. And now that one test that we did, Jesse Jackson, we click on this little guy here, and we can see here it's Jesse Jackson. And so the reason why, if I just go back to this automated campaign here, the reason why they came down here is because we just created it's a poor opportunity. So in here, most of the other ones in the drop down, going back to this lead capture form, we go back here. So if I picked any higher, any of these other options, it would have went to the normal sales pipeline. But because this is a poor opportunity, meaning it's going to be at this point a low budget type of project, what we want to do is, and this is now our pipeline. So if we go to the reporting here, we'll see that little one is queued here. We go to the current now, 24 hours. We see that one is Jesse Jackson. So this is like an automated sales pipeline. Every stage that we have in our business that we move prospects through, our customers, we move them all the way through this process. And this is a process that you currently have today. It's just we don't have it properly set up to move them through the stages. So I'm showing you the actual secrets behind how the system works so that you can get a better handle of what the solution that we provide. So you see that one here now. So what the strategy is, what we're doing here is the ones that are $500 or less, we put them in the middle of the pipeline where we've identified where there are poor clients. What we do is we put them in that stage of our pipeline, and we automate an email to go out a few seconds thereafter. And it's an email that says, send us your photos. So instead of driving all the way out to this job site and spending the time for what could be $400 job, we could send out this very easy email here. This is just for demo purposes. It's like, hey, Jesse, that's what we merged that name here. Thank you for contacting us. We look forward to giving you a quote on your project. Can you please reply via this email and send us some photos of the area? Based on the images you provide, I'll be able to send a quote. So in other videos, or through a demo, we can show you what the quote looks like when you send the online quote. But there we've saved time because we have identified that through the qualification process that people are going to be spending less compared to other jobs that come through our system. And so people can reply and send us some of the images of the project. And so that we don't have to drive out there, we can quote on it through online means. And if that quote is approved by them, we can then move them through the process. So that's what happened with this lead. If we go back to the website here and put in a new lead that is of higher budget, so let's go Sammy Jackson, and we put in a phone number. Yes. This is just another contact that we're putting through. Again, this testing website is something like a demo like you would have on your website, just with some of the strategy and automation happening on your website. So let's put in this. Right now, this is just a test, so we don't have to put in any of the information, but we probably want to have this required. And then what is the most, let's see, low price, time deadline. We're going to be moving in soon to a place. It's exterior. Going to be in December 7th, so not the best time. And it's going to be a 2,000 to 5,000. Any additional comments? External wall, backyard. That. And then we hit submit. And there we go. We got the thank you page. So what it looks like here is here's our little qualification campaign. So we go to the reporting, see it's now got that one in here and active. That's the new one. So it went up to the top here because that financial component is higher than $50. So it went in there. And what it's going to do is now it's going to be at the bottom of our pipeline. And so these are all different stages in our pipeline, starting at the very beginning. So here it's at the very bottom one. So you go into just the last 24 hours, we can see the threes. You can see here, qualification, let's just move it into 24 hours. And there's Sammy Jackson right there. So just looking at the stages of the process, this is again the back end, the automation that happens with each pipeline. So what happens that's the back end. So if we actually go to the actual dashboard, what we would actually see on a day-to-day basis, we go to the dashboard. This is a dashboard here, and we actually haven't done it yet. So we'll quickly add a dashboard to show this campaign. There it is. So we'll see these are all the stages in our business. So we get quotes that come in, we get new quote opportunities, and then we're going to reach out to them. And then based on where they are in the process, we're going to be leaving a voicemail. We kind of put it in here and then it has email follow-up. Once we get that quote appointment scheduled, we'll then update the stage. So this is what it looks like here. So let's say we requested a new quote. Here's Sammy Jackson right here. Let's click on the opportunity here. This is what the opportunity pane looks like. If I give them a call, and here's the phone number here, Jesse Jackson, here's the name. If we get the quote appointment scheduled and we hit save, well, then it starts new automation. And like those different stages I showed you in the campaign builder, it would then trigger some emails going out. So we can have emails and tasks happening in between each stage to help doing the work, and also help us make us look different compared to our competition. So What makes us look better in brand and also improve speed is by having automation happen between stages, because we're actually always doing this already. But what we're able to do now is having these tasks being done for us and also educating the clients for us when we don't have to anymore. So where automation can help is, let's say we get a quote and appointment scheduled. Once we hit save, we can send out a couple emails before the actual appointment happens, and we can start telling them why we're different, what makes us different, and what kind of what makes us different from the competition. Once we've provided the quote, we can put them into a category that's in weak or hot based on, let's say, weak that you went to a job site and you were in line with other painters or other contractors and you just didn't get a good feeling. So you put that the quote was provided and that the client is weak. And so once you do that and you hit save, you'll be then having automation follow up via email or text to say, what did you think of the quote? So a lot of times what I hear from other contractors is that we give out the quotes, but then we just fall to the problem of following up. So now we have automation following up in the back end once we update this stage. And then if it's hot, this is where we have special tasks automated for us to do and special emails going in that stage. The verified yes is that's when a client has either said yes to us on the phone or through email, and we can put them into this stage and hit save. And once we've done that, put them into this stage, we can then have an automated email that goes out that gives them all the information of how they need to give us 20% or need to sign the contract, and we can automate that to be completed. Job booked. Job booked is when we've gotten started on the job, or the job has gotten started. It's booked to be started, things of that nature. And so we can be doing some follow-ups, in the process while the job's being booked and job's being worked. And then when the job is complete, is doing the follow-up. So we're always constantly moving these stages based on how these projects are moving. And so we're having automation do all the little steps of education, follow-up in between the different stages. So the lastly here, job complete, is we are then sending a follow-up to ask them, how friendly was our contractors, and getting a review and a testimonial. So imagine how we do these steps all the time, but we just fall short of always reinventing the wheel and not having a nice, thoughtful, straightforward process where we can streamline our processes. So again, this is what the opportunity record looks like, where we can save notes and we can move people on to the next stage. You can create the quote in this section here under orders. That would be in other demos that we provide. We can show you how you can send out quotes using Infusionsoft. So this is what it looks like on opportunity record. And then getting back to the sales pipeline, this is where we actually have all these stages listed out, where we just showed you in that drop down. This is actually all the automations happening per stage. So we can now do a lot of the work through automation and really focus on a lot of the bigger projects that we do running our business. And so that's it. So this is a sales pipeline, and this is how we're able to streamline the business and be able to do more in less time. Thank you very much. Again, bye.